Most people have heard about the love languages because they are a really great tool to know how to communicate what you need and what you want from your spouse and your loved ones. But sometimes we just all need a helping hand and know some practical tips. So here's some vintage me and Erin sharing practical tips for each and every love language.
10 examples of how you can show love to someone whose love language is act of service.
Make them their morning coffee.
He makes really good coffee.
I try.
So good.
I try.
Number 2, make their lunch for them before they go to work, which is what I tend to do for you.
Thank you very much.
And number 3, make them dinner before they come back home from work, which I do that too.
Thank you very much. Blue job time. Sort out their car MOT for them, or their service, or general maintenance and changing tyres, car things.
Number 5, take the kids by yourself so that you can give them some alone time alone.
Number 6, bring them their towel when they forget it in the shower every time.
Yeah.
Number 7, make them a cup of tea.
He makes nice tea. I'm not allowed to make him tea, and it's a shameful thing as a British person. I'm so bad at making tea, but I drink his tea and his tea's nice.
Let them have the last scoop of the Haagen-Dazs.
Yeah.
It's true.
It's a nice thing to do. Number 9 is do the job they hate doing. So for example, this one hates painting and decorating. He absolutely loathes it. And so if we do any type of that DIY in the house, I'll do it.
Lastly, but not leastly, ask them what they would like help with.
And that's it, guys. If you have found value in this video, give us a big thumbs up and hit the subscribe button.
And that would be sweet. We're going to give you 10 examples of how to show love to someone whose love language is gifts, even when you don't have any money.
Number 1.
Number 1.
You can make something. So you could make them a card or paint them a painting, but you make something physical to give them. Number 2, buy them their favourite chocolate from the supermarket. So for example, his best chocolate is Snickers.
Yes, please.
And I'm very fortunate because that's not a very expensive one. And so occasionally I will get it for him when I go food shopping.
Number 3, write them a poem. Even if your poetry is a bit rubbish. That's okay, because it's supposed to come from you, from your heart, to give sincere feelings. Number 4, and I particularly like this one.
Yeah.
This is the one that's close to my heart, which is...
Not poetry.
This is my version of poetry sometimes, and that is make them a playlist. And I really do mean this is a lovely one, I think. Because, of course, you can remind them of nice things that happened in your life together, but also, in my opinion, you can take them on a journey of discovery of new things as well. So it's not just songs that they like, it's also songs that you like, but especially on a journey of discovery. Yeah, that's number 4, and that's smashing.
Number 5 is send them a funny YouTube video that reminds you of them.
The thing is, right, as soon as you say that funny YouTube video, I'm already thinking about the goat video, right? Yeah, that one. But that shouldn't remind me of you. Can you imagine?
What is it? I set fire. Number 6 is to print some photos out of you and them or nice things and have them framed at IKEA.
Yes.
Because IKEA is friendly to the wallet.
It's a true word.
And they have ones for 50p now.
That's a true word as well. Number 7, cook dinner for them.
Yeah.
That might mean, actually a special dinner.
Yeah,
but also
nice extra dinner.
But also it can mean take the cooking responsibility. Because that's nice as well. Number 8, create a surprise date at home.
You can see our top 10 date nights at home idea video. It's up there.
Yeah. When one of you is doing the dishes, the other person can suddenly quickly set things up and with magic hands. Ooh. Yeah. Just do a quick thing. And even though it's a micro date, it's still a nice thing and it could be a nice surprise. Number 9.
Number 9 is what I call the 5 senses gift. So you have a gift for each of the senses. For your taste, you might buy them some nice chocolate, their favourite chocolate. For sound, you could make them a playlist. For smell, you could maybe wear your favourite perfume or smell a perfume that they really like, or maybe if you still have the one from your wedding day if you're married. For touch, you can make them vouchers for them to have access to certain places, possibly if you wanted to and you're married. For seeing, you could buy some lingerie or some nice clothes to wear for your other half to visually enjoy.
It's a good idea.
Yeah, I grabbed things from around the house and I managed to put it all together. Got some lingerie from just like not a very expensive shop. Bought some nice chocolate. I did it all and it was all under about £10. Yeah.
Really? Huh.
And number 10 is Amazon.
No, come on.
Okay, hear me out. I know Amazon you can spend wondrous amounts of money on Amazon.
Yes,
However,
we can. When we have the money.
Yeah. However, what you can do is you think about something they would like, but buy the obscure version that takes 20 years to arrive. So we all know those things on Amazon and they look good, they're like exactly the same picture, but they'll take like weeks and weeks and weeks. So you have to plan a little bit in advance. But sometimes and often it can work out. I bought him t-shirts, for example, and if I bought them on Prime, they would cost me like £50, but I planned and a few weeks in advance and it would come in
a lot cheaper.
It would come in a lot cheaper. And they looked pretty much exactly, they were the same picture in the little demo.
And to be honest, I wouldn't know the difference anyhow.
Today we are going to be sharing some practical tips you need to know about the love language physical touch.
Christian couple living in London and we try to answer questions about marriage and relationships, even the awkward ones, and all from a biblical perspective. So let's get on with it. Number 4, it's not just for sex, but it also includes towards sex, because all of your touching shouldn't be towards the goal of sex, right? However, what we're talking about is building the connection between the couple here. Notice how you're leaning away from me when we're talking about,
let me just adjust my physical.
Wow. So it's not always towards the goal of sex. It shouldn't actually, I don't think it should mostly be towards the goal of sex.
No.
That would be a bad attitude, I think.
Also, when you get old, then if you're only ever going to touch that, I'm just saying, when you get old, things aren't going to happen in the same way, hopefully.
But we can keep trying.
Anyway, so you need to make sure that you touch the person.
Yeah, and so
sexually.
yeah, exactly. So you should touch because you love the person and you care about them and you've got them on your mind and you're thinking about them and it's something that keeps you connected. Not everything that I do is that. Sometimes it's that. But not all the time.
Not all the time. Number 3, the small things count. So small. Yeah, so like he said, sometimes we can think it's just about sex. It's actually not. Things like holding hands, or just leaning against each other, or just rubbing them back. Or one thing that I like to do is during dinner time, I'll just have my hand on his leg at some points while we're eating, just because that's what I like to do.
Also, it stops me from leaving the table. No, I'm joking.
I don't think I cook that bad, but okay, just see how that is. Anyway, so so the small things count, and for a person, if their love language is physical touch, those little small things will mean a lot.
Yeah, because it's not just one big thing. It's actually the accumulation of all the little things.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, number 2, this is quite important. Ask each other what they do or do not like.
Yeah.
What are your preferences? We have an example, don't we? Would you like to explain our example?
Yes. So we've been together for nearly 15 years now, and it's only in the last couple of months that we've worked out a way that we can both comfortably sit on the sofa.
That sounds ridiculous.
It does, given the fact that it's been lockdown has made us find a way to sit comfortably on the sofa. That's a good thing about lockdown, people.
So we're supposed to be thankful for coronavirus because sofa sitting.
No, when you put it like that. Okay, yeah. So Yeah, he, for example, one thing I really like to do is when we're sitting next to each other, I really like to lean on him,
Yeah.
and he doesn't really like that. So
I don't like my arms being squashed. I
Yeah.
dislike that. I don't like that.
if you're with him and you don't like to be squashed, let us know in the comments.
Please. Please don't let me be all on my own. Wow.
All alone, nobody there beside you.
With literally nobody there beside me because I don't want my arms squashed, innit?
Oh, and I've just got Shrek in my head now. My troubles are... Yeah, anyway, sorry.
But you gotta have friends. Anyway.
Yeah, so, so he really doesn't like to be leaned on, but I really like to lean on. And so basically our whole relationship
So far.
has...
No, until a couple months
Up until
ago.
a couple months ago, it's been a question of sort of the tango on the sofa of like, okay, this position for like a certain time and then that position. And it's only the last few months that we've realised that we've got our position down.
We found a way.
But that took a lot of communicating.
Yeah.
Which also brings us on to our main point, is to be patient and experiment.
Yes, exactly. Because, okay, from my point of view, relating to the sofa thing, you can't expect the other person to even know what they do or do not like immediately.
Exactly.
I knew what I didn't like, right? But even that, I knew what I didn't like after I found out, because until we were together, nobody was leaning on me, right? And then you started leaning on me, and then I'm suddenly like this.
I have no space.
How can you drink a tea when you're like this, man? Anyway, how can a person know what their preference is until they are in that situation?
And that's the thing, if your love languages don't match up in that sense, then you need to have that level of communication and both of you being willing to experiment. It took us 15 years to find a sofa position, so don't give up.
That sounds ridiculous.
It really does.
Now, so the thing is, you need to actually, if you were to think that this is like a checklist that you go through and all that kind of stuff, that is the wrong way to go about this stuff. Because in the end, this whole caboodle is about building connection with the other person.
Yeah.
Just the same as conversation. Well, conversation is involved, but just the same as conversation, just the same as being patient with one another. All of these things are there to knit you closer together. So if we're supposed to, it's a holistic thing.
Yep.
You know, we're talking about these 5 love languages, but you can't say, oh, I major in one and none of the others.
Yeah, you can touch me, but don't talk to me.
You can touch me, but don't give me gifts. And don't expect any.
That's not going to work.
No, it's not going to work. So it has to be a holistic thing. So this is included. Even if it's your least favourite, it's included.
Yeah, because it might be there, top one, and then what are you going to do? You need to be able to be open to communicate and experiment.
And that's exactly it. So it has to be a two-way thing. And today we're talking about another love language, and this time it's quality time.
Number 1, no phones. No phones.
Ever. Get rid of them, put them in the bin, get a steamroller, roll over them.
Get a Nokia 3310.
Oh dear. Maybe get rid of it instead of getting a Nokia 3310.
They were useful at
They
the
were
time.
useful.
So heavy.
But the battery life lasted
So long. Anyway, no, but in all seriousness, if you're trying to have good quality time with your other half, don't have your phone. Don't be sitting there playing Candy Crush or virtual golf or virtual pool while you're trying to have a conversation. No, he doesn't always. I'm only messing with him. He is. That's his games. But no. But seriously, don't.
That's killing me, man.
You could tell with the games that I don't play games. What do? I do like Tycoon.
You do YouTube. That's what you do.
My
Your app of choice is YouTube.
Yeah.
My app of choice is Amazon.
Either way, whatever your app of choice is, don't sit there on your phone while you're trying to have quality time.
While you're trying to have quality time. That's the key, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not like don't ever use your phone, like put it in a box.
She's in the room, I better put that away.
No, but things like if you're having dinner, don't have it at the dining table, or
Unless you're playing tunes from it, but that's a different matter.
Yeah,
Just
that's
play
different,
the
but
tunes and leave it running.
Don't like sit there scrolling or swiping through Instagram or something while you're trying to have a conversation. Don't be doing that unless it's relevant to what you're talking about. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but
you
at that stage you're using it together.
Yeah, but you know, don't put your phone away, people. Put it away.
Number 2, it's not about quantity. Having a busy life does not mean that you don't have time.
It's true.
Use the time that you do have well.
Yeah, exactly.
And that means what we just said, you know, for example, and, you know, making the effort to enjoy each other even in tiny moments.
Yeah, like it's not like you have to have hours and hours and hours to have quality time. You can have...
No, it's just the time that you have needs to be quality.
Exactly.
That's it.
Number 3 is schedule time. So things like date nights, like get your diaries out, people, and schedule time, because date nights with your other half is important. Even if you've been married for a long time, we have been married for nearly 11 years, and we still have date nights, and it really helps to make sure that we have a fixed time regularly to have quality time together. That is longer than like 20 minutes, but we put that time aside.
Yeah. And the thing is, with that, it's not just you're scheduling the time, because date nights are a thing and all that kind of stuff, but on the non-date nights and time, make it a priority. Don't just lackadaisical go through the day, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Number 4.
Number 4. It's not just about dates. Date nights, but people think of quality time, they think of these lovely romantic times. What's that Disney song? Oh,
I'm glad I don't know.
You feel the love. You know that, like, Nala and Simba and... Anyway, he's not a Disney guy.
But not just that, that's not a date.
It could be like making sure that you're having a coffee together in the morning.
Excellent
Or you are maybe, you know, you just have like that chat, like sort of like the decompression chat before you sit down for dinner or whatever it is.
Very important, very important. Ask each other how was their day and actually
Listen.
pay attention. And feedback, so important. You know, how was your day? Fine. Do it again. No. Number 5. Find a way to do things that you have to do together. Make them enjoyable. For example, cooking.
Yes.
Cleaning.
Yeah, so you can put some music on. He doesn't dance, as we've discussed in previous videos.
It's true, right?
However, you could put some music on and you could try and make your other half dance. I will always fail at that. But, you know, some of you out there, you will both dance and enjoy that experience together.
Enjoy your life. It's fine for you. It's not me.
Yeah, but do things that you have to do together and make fun.
Yeah,
do fun.
Being with the other person should be the enjoyment.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
5 practical tips for the love language, words of affirmation.
Affirmation.
Right, number 1 is know what the other person actually likes. Words of affirmation is actually Aaron's one of his biggest love languages that the test showed.
Reveals.
But he is not one for compliments. You do not like.
I don't trust compliments.
Even if they're from E.
I just don't.
Yeah,
I feel suspicious of compliments. What can I say?
No. But for example, he does like to have feedback when he has done a job or something like that. If it's like, not just like, well done, because in British that just sounds sarcastic most of the time. But it
Feedback
does.
helps.
But yeah, feedback. You like feedback.
I like
so
feedback.
I know that giving just a compliment for him is going to just be like, okay, thanks.
Okay, thanks. Okay, bye.
But if he does a job and I say, you've done it, like, explain why he's done good on it, then that's beneficial for you.
Yeah. I mean, when you say it out loud like that, it just sounds like, oh, you
well
need
done. No, it doesn't mean that.
Awful.
Yeah.
On the other hand, Deborah really likes to hear the words "I love you" out loud.
I do.
It's true.
Yeah.
I do love you.
Love.
Love. We do love.
Okay, that's an inside joke. We all learn at some point.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, Dora really likes to hear those words. So, yeah. But because of the previous thing where I feel a bit uncomfortable giving compliments.
Is that a compliment?
Maybe that's the wrong way to put it. Maybe, no, hold on. Maybe because of the way that I feel about receiving compliments, then this is part of it. I don't feel so comfortable saying I love you very often. I mean it all the time.
Yeah.
But it's about, for me, those 3 words are so precious and so powerful that if I oversay them, they get weaker, and that's dangerous for my mind.
For his mind.
For my mind.
This is not necessarily that accurate, but for your mind, it's okay.
I do say it sometimes.
Yeah, he does say it, guys. He does. Don't think that he doesn't say it.
Wow.
What?
No, it's
Anyway.
just like, can you imagine?
Yeah, but it can sound like you don't say it. He does say it.
I say it,
He says
just
it.
not often. Because
I love you.
I love you. I mean it all the time, but I don't say it often.
Okay.
Yeah.
Number 2 is also know that there are some compliments that mean more to some people than others.
Yeah.
For example, for me to say to somebody that they smell nice, I don't really know why, but that's a big deal for me. Like, I really, like, if someone smells nice, I like to tell them, because I think it's like, my friends always sort of like, whenever I tell them, like, thanks, did I smell that before? But no.
Yeah, exactly.
So for me, but like
Some
for you, it's a
compliments
bit
are
different.
fraught with
isn't it?
danger then,
Sometimes.
you know. Well, But the key thing with compliments, this is number 3, don't be fake. Flattery isn't particularly useful. Matter of fact, in my opinion again, I think flattery is false. Comment with me if you're with me on this one. I think flattery is so dangerous, really. Being nice, be nice.
Be honest.
But be honest about it. It's worse to be complimented in falsehood, I think.
Yeah. No,
For me.
yeah. Be honest.
I think that it's just dangerous ground.
Like if your spouse comes out, or like your significant other comes out in an outfit and it's questionable, do not tell them that they look good.
Yeah, no, that would be a
Don't tell
bad
them.
move.
That's called lying.
Do I look fat in this? Be gentle, be careful, but don't be false. I think.
Yeah. Be honest. Always be honest. Honesty is the best policy.
No, honesty is the only policy.
What he said.
But don't be brutal when you're being honest.
Exactly.
Fair?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Number 4 is you could send them a message in the course of the day. So when
Yep.
you're actually not together, say something like, "Oh, I'm missing you," or, you know, "I'm thinking about you," or, "I'm looking forward to seeing you," or, "Hello," or something.
I love you.
I love you. And that's a nice thing you do. Or,
Yeah.
for example, if you've got like some inside jokes and there's like a GIF, or just sort of letting them know that you're thinking about them, and you can do that through
Yeah.
the art of text messaging.
It is not.
It is.
Grammar,
Use punctuation.
grammar,
people.
punctuation, oh my days.
So much emojis.
Wow.
I'm a fan of emojis. I do.
We're going to get to that in another video, actually. For real. The number 5 is write a letter or a note. Because, you know, that it is romantic. Well, can be. But it also means that you're spending time to think about it.
Yeah.
And writing down what you actually mean. Some people are a bit rubbish talking face to face, getting things out, and the person who's listening isn't necessarily patient to hear it coming out.
Yeah, it can happen.
So when you write a letter or you write a note, it gives you the chance
Say all the
to
things.
say all the things in the speed at which you want to say them and really mean it, and don't be brutal. So if this has been helpful in any kind of way, please do put a comment below, and we're going to have a playlist somewhere about here, I think, and that's for all of our love language videos. Yeah, and that's going to be something hopefully useful for all of us. So until next time, bye bye.
Bye bye now. Bye bye.
Ta-ra, Chup.